Hey peeps, it's Donna, also known as Schwigg. I am coming to you with my weeks 5 and 6. I will start with my stats. I am 45 years old, 5'6.5". I had gastric bypass done at Blossom Bariatrics in Las Vegas with Dr. Tom Umbach at the Warm Springs Surgical Center, September 14th, 2016. Week 5, which was October 19th, was my weigh-in date, Wednesday, October 19th. I was 279.1 pounds. That was a loss of 1.8 pounds that week. And this week, week 6, October 26th, oh, that is today. I'm doing it on the day, yeah. I had a gain of 2.2 pounds. I am not going to fret it too much. With all the videos that I've watched, I see people with their stalls between week 3 and week 9 and or stalls or gains, and so I am not going to be too concerned about it. I know that I've done everything right, so I think it's just my body making some adjustments. There's a few things that happened in this last 2 weeks. I have dropped more medication. So in total, since the beginning of my journey, in the last 6 weeks, I am no longer taking Humalog, which was an insulin injection that I took before my meals. It's a fast-acting insulin. I was taking 30 units before each meal. I am no longer taking Victoza, which is an injection I was taking first thing in the morning. I am no longer taking hydrochlorothiazide, which is a diuretic. I was having some dizzy spells and my blood pressure had dropped drastically. Now keep in mind, I normally have a low blood pressure to begin with, but it was like 68 over 45 or 65 over 48. Was a little too low. I was getting dizzy. I was probably very close to blacking out. So they reduced that medication, and then last week I was still having the dizzy spells, not quite as bad, but still having them, and they cut my lisinopril, which is a blood pressure medication, in half. So I am now taking 10 megagrams instead of 20 megagrams of the lisinopril. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now, like I said, my blood pressure tends to run low anyways. I take the blood pressure medication to protect my kidneys because I do have a kidney disease that I've mentioned before. In case you're new to my channel, there you go. And I also take a cholesterol pill. Again, I have never had high cholesterol, but I take it to protect my kidneys. And the only other medication that I'm on is metformin. So I take metformin. I take 4 pills a day, and which has been reduced from 5 pills a day. And I take Lantus, which is an injection. It's the only injection that I am still taking. And I take 30 units every night. And I'm pretty happy about that because I used to take 80 units. So every time I wake up first thing in the morning, I take my blood sugar. And if it is below 5, I am then allowed to reduce my Lantus by 10 units from then on. So that's what I've been doing since surgery, and I'm down to 30 units. So hopefully in the next few weeks I will be off that medication completely. I'm so excited about that. I had my blood work done the other day. I have 4 doctors that take care of me. I'm very well taken care of, especially for somebody who went out of the country for surgery, because once you come back into the country, they don't necessarily want to let you take part in the programs that run here. Now, I haven't looked into that because I wasn't aware of any bariatric programs in my town, but I'm taking what's called a craving change course, and during that course there was another lady who mentioned that she had had gastric bypass, another lady who said she's on the list for gastric bypass. Now, I think they were talking about sleeve, but the one lady that wasn't really sure of the terminology. And then another lady who was denied because she was over 65. So out of the 10 people in the class, 4 of us have had, are having, or were interested in this surgery. And where was it going with that? The more you get to know me, the more you'll see that I do that. Oh yeah, so the one lady who's getting the bypass said her sister had it. I think she's getting a sleeve, but said her sister had it, and her sister's having a really hard time, has gained back a lot of weight, and one of the reasons was they weren't letting her into any of the bariatric programs that are in town. So I'm not concerned about that. I feel pretty good with myself. I don't feel like I need counseling. I think I was in the right headspace before I had the surgery to have it done. I feel that I'm still in the right headspace, and so I don't feel I need to take advantage of any of those courses. But that is one of the, I guess, issues of not having the surgery in your home country. And that's okay. But one of my doctors, of the 4 that I have, so I have my regular primary care physician, I have a nephrologist for my kidneys, endocrinologist who specializes in hormones, so that's perfect because that's what we're missing, right, in the stomach. And I'm not really sure what I go to him for my iron levels, and I think a hematologist, or I thought someone told me he was a cardiologist, but I don't know if that made sense. I got to ask him next time I see him. Anyways, between these 4 doctors, I get blood work done every single month. I know that's not a luxury that a lot of you guys have. So that is one of the benefits that I have with all my doctors. So I have been taking, I'm going to show you here, using my patches, which I absolutely love. I'm going to give a shout out to Experiencing Nirvana, who was the first person that I ever heard mention these. And thank you very much for your coupon code, because I totally took advantage of that. And I've been using them long enough to watch my levels, to have 1 month's worth of use and have my blood work taken. So using these, my B12, before my surgery, I had all my blood work done, and my B12 level was low. My B12 level is now slightly above the high mark. And when I talked to the doctor about it today, he said, rather it was a little bit high, the body's just not going to use that extra little bit that's in there. So really working, really love it. My iron has always been low, so it hasn't moved too much. It has gotten better, but it hasn't moved too much. So I'm going to start using 2 iron patches a night, and when I get my blood work done, really pay attention to what is to the changes, because if I can just use these instead of taking pills, I'm for it. I will pay the extra money, especially since I have to order them from the States and the exchange isn't that great. So I also use the omega-3 plus. I don't see any test results for that. The vitamin D, calcium, and the multivitamin plus. So I use all of those. Of course, the B12 I use during the day. See, got it on. But in the rest of them I put on at night. So I wear 5 patches at night, and I have the one during the day. It works perfect for me, and I am loving it. What else? This craving change course. It's I don't think I'm getting too much out of it. It's just basically telling you how to change your mental state if you're having a craving, how you know, to make yourself occupied instead, to think other things. Distract yourself. That's the word I'm looking for. How to distract yourself to go and do something else or think of something else instead of thinking of food and stuff. I don't feel that way. I still don't have any hunger at all. Mind you, I want to make sure you guys know I don't believe that that is strictly because of the bypass. I've heard too many people out there in the videos that I watch say that they are hungry. But before I had my surgery, when I started my pre-op diet, I got rid of like all my carbs. I stopped eating carbs, and I have not started them back up. And I really believe that that really does do something to your hunger levels. So I have a very low carb diet. My carbs are usually in the 20 to 25, whatever's they are in a day, on my Fitness Pal. I think that's what it's called, where I log all my food. And so I keep it really low, and we'll see how it keeps going. So plus this week, 2.2 pounds. Like I said, I wasn't over ecstatic when I saw that. I have to say it did bum me out. And, but you know, like I said, I thought about it lots and kind of came to the conclusion, most people either stop losing, gain a little bit, but then they go back down. Now, I will have a problem if it continues to go up. If it goes up next week or in the week after, I will have a huge problem with that, and I will have to adjust something that I'm doing. But as far as I know so far, I have not done anything wrong. And yeah, so I'm at 12 minutes. I'm just wanted to touch base with you guys, let you know about my doctor's visits, and that's going to be it for today. And I hope to talk to you again real soon. Peace out, peeps. Have a good night.